don't know what you're saying. You're flying higher than a plane, and I'm not complaining. It's getting too loud, we'll figure it out. I'm out of my brain.
What you see, won't you come over and check up on it? I'ma let you work up on it. Ladies, let him check up on it. Watch it while he check up on it. Drop it, pop it, twerk it, stop it, check on me tonight. Ooh, boy, you looking like you like that. You see deep. We break it down and peasant.
We ain't good.
We break it down and peasant.
We ain't good.
Oh, you like plain popcorn? No. Salted caramel corn.
Half a cup of butter. 1 cup of brown sugar.
Quarter cup of maple syrup.
1.5 teaspoons of salt.
3 quarts of popcorn. Unsalted and freshly popped.
Onto the stove, a little over medium heat.
Now bring that up
While constantly stirring. Look how smooth. Lightly boil that.
Stirring occasionally for 4 minutes. Stir in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 30 more seconds. Then half a teaspoon of baking powder. Pour that over your popcorn. Fold that together. Really hot. Be careful. Spread onto a baking sheet.
Spread it out nicely.
Now look, you could eat it now, but we're gonna make it crispy.
Into the oven at 250 Fahrenheit.
For 30 minutes.
Stirring occasionally. Take it out of the oven. Let it cool.
Now that right there, listen carefully. That is salted caramel corn.
I'm stuck with you, stuck with you, stuck with you.
This ooey gooey cinnamon pull apart bread is so good and so easy to make. Get yourself some biscuits. I use these because it was 58 cents on sale. Preheat your oven, cut the biscuits into pieces, a whole bunch of sugar and cinnamon in a bowl, mix it together, and you're going to dip the pieces in it and then lay it into a pan, okay? Pour some melted butter and remaining sugar on top, bake for 15 minutes, and you're done.
You wanna put a ring on my finger?
Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Yeah. Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Yeah. Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Yeah. Put it on and make him put it on and make him put it on and make him wanna marry me. Yeah. Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Yeah. Put it on and make him wanna marry me. Yeah. Put it on and put
Boy, you know you wanna put a ring on my finger. This loving so good, I should never. Rich 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type. That's my.
1 package of regular Oreos, crushed. Remove 1 cup of the crumbs, and then stir in half a cup of melted butter and press it to the bottom of a 9x13 pan. Mix together the first layer ingredients. Use a mixer until it's smooth and put it over the crust and put it in the refrigerator. Then you take the 2 puddings, mix it with milk, pour it over the first layer, and then back in the refrigerator. Once it's set, add another 8 ounces of plain Cool Whip, smooth out, and then spread the reserved crumbs over it. Top with some chocolate syrup. You can add chocolate curls, chocolate chips, or any other candy you like.
I'm bluffing when I say no coffee. Shorty said she coming with the bedrooms cause she saw a young nigga pull up in the room.
You're all snuggled up watching a Netflix movie. I think you need a hot chocolate cookie.
2 tablespoons of butter, 4 ounces semi-sweet chocolate chips in a saucepan. Melt and stir until it's nice and smooth. Let that cool. Half a cup of flour, half tablespoons of cocoa powder, half teaspoon of baking powder,
A dash of salt.
In a mixing bowl, add about half a cup of brown sugar, 1 egg, and half a teaspoon of vanilla. Add your cool chocolate mixture. While that's mixing, slowly add your flour mixture until it's all combined. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Now scrape down the side of the bowl, cover it, and refrigerate it for an hour. Set your oven to 325. Tablespoon to roughly measure your dough. Roll it really fast in your hands to get a ball like this. Line them up on a cookie sheet. Oh, I'm one short. Bake for 8 to 10 minutes. In the meantime, cut your marshmallows in half like this. As soon as they come out of the oven, top them with the marshmallows. Back in the oven for 2 more minutes. Melt half a stick of butter, add 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, hot water, and the tiniest bit of vanilla. Slowly add in 2 cups of powdered sugar. As you whisk it, but I only have one hand. Drizzle the frosting on each cookie, and finally add your sprinkles. Now let's test them and see how they are. Oh my gosh.
Let's switch things up today. We're making dessert nachos. Heat up some vegetable oil. Get about 5 tortillas. 1, 2. Perfect. Now in a bowl, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, half a tablespoon of cinnamon, some nutmeg. Let's throw in some Flavor God buttery cinnamon roll. Give that a good mix. Fry up your tortillas. You want them golden brown. As soon as they're done, toss them in your mixture. Set aside 6 green apples, diced, cored, and peeled. Get 1 lemon. Zest it. Add your zest and squeeze in your lemon. Mix it. Now get a pan. Add 3½ cups of water. Add 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, a pinch of cloves, and a pinch of salt. 1/3 cup of cornstarch. Give it a good mix, medium, bring to a boil. In your mixer, 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1 cup of heavy cream, 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, some vanilla. Mix it, add in your apple, cover and cook for 8 minutes. You want your house to smell like fall through up in it. Put your cream cheese in a piping bag. In a dish, add your chips. Once your apples have cooled, add them. Add your cream cheese mix, add some powdered sugar. Dessert nachos.
Hi everyone, I'm really excited about today's recipe. I made 2 ingredient donut holes. All you're going to need for the dough is a cup of self-rising flour and 6.5 ounces of yogurt. If you don't have self-rising flour, you can use all-purpose flour. Just need like a teaspoon of baking soda. Then you're going to want to get a Ziploc bag or a piping bag, put your dough in there, get a pot of hot oil. The temperature should be around 320 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you can just squeeze and cut your dough right into the pot. Be careful, it could splash back. Don't forget to flip your dough balls. And when it's a golden brown, just scoop it out. I also try to make bigger dough balls, but to be honest, I prefer the small ones. And then you can do any topping you want, but I decided to make a glaze. I used half a stick of butter, a cup of powdered sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, and about 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk. Just drop your dough balls in there, or you can just dip it in like this, and it's so good. I was really impressed with this recipe. The dough was really bouncy and almost mochi-like. I really recommend you trying this.